What is up, YouTube? Aaron here. Hopefully a fun video today. Yes, by the looks of it, it is cold. Yes, it is windy. And yes, it did rain last night, as it does pretty much every day. What else is new? Get out of here! This kid right now, you can't see him, the glass. Anyway, back on track. I did get a package today. Put up my information so you guys don't creep on me. But let's open it up and see what we have. So, opening this up, we have Kensun. But what this should be, much smaller than I expected, is an HID kit. So, we're going to install this on the Celica. I cannot install them right now because I don't have any before footage for you guys. I'm going to record some before footage of the headlights as they are now. And then, roommate is still out here recording me. And then install them, hopefully try to do what I can for the install, but as, again, I only have two hands, can't do too much about it. And then install the new ones, and then do some footage of the new ones, how they go, and maybe a review on them. So we'll see how that goes, but for now, I'm going to wait until nighttime and record the stock headlights that I have in right now. So let's do a little opening here. Let's get this out of the way. Open this up, see what we have. Nice box here. We have the little, I guess, installation instructions here. It's kind of all haphazardly, kind of all thrown in here though, which is kind of interesting. But here are the HIDs themselves in here, these little bulbs. I'm gonna have to look into this because I honestly don't really have much of an idea how to do this. The two ballasts, pretty sturdy, which is good. Don't want any cheap stuff. And then a bunch of connectors and stuff that I don't really know what to do with, but I will look into it obviously and install them, and then hopefully can help you guys in case you wanted to do this mod. So we'll have to see. I honestly have no idea how to install this really right now, but hopefully this guy will help out for sure. So looking here in the box, there are instructions right here. I looked through them. But honestly, I sort of took these out and just sort of started messing with them. And it's pretty self-explanatory. So there's two of these plugs, but they're on opposite directions. The lighting here is terrible, I'm sorry. There's an opposite direction, so real easy. And then you just plug this big chunk in here. And this piece is going to go to the original headlight. And then this is the HID bulb. This top part comes undone, and there's a bottom part. I'm not sure how to get that off. It looks kind of weird. There's like two cutouts, but there's only one cutout on the actual plastic base. I don't know. And you're supposed to cut a hole in the rubber part that the headlight goes in and put this attached to it so it keeps all the water out. I don't know if I want to cut the headlight open or not, the little rubber part like it says to do, but we'll figure it out. And they even give you two mounting things right here. There's two here. And then a bunch of screws and stuff and some zip. I thought there were zip ties. I guess there's no zip ties. To affix it inside the car engine compartment. So it looks pretty easy. These ballasts are nice, high quality material. They're like, I think, they're metal. But really easy setup for here. So you got one for each headlight, obviously. So I'm going to install these when I can. But so far, it actually looks pretty straightforward. Just a normal bulb replacement with this extra nonsense here. So yeah, it should be pretty interesting, guys.
Day 2.
Alright guys, so I couldn't do the install too much on camera because I only have one hand, but I do have this basically set up. So this is here, but I thought we had an issue. I thought this plug right here wouldn't fit into the HID plug here, but actually attached to the halogen bulb is this adapter thing here, because these prongs are too wide. They're wider than this prong thing takes, so this adapter right here in the middle makes it so that it fits. So that's okay. So it does fit perfectly as the HID kit said it would. So let's try to install, actually let's try to turn this on, see what it looks like. Let's turn these bulbs on. Oh, it looks really green. Oh no. In real life it's white. It's very, very white. I don't know why this is picking up as green. Maybe because of the xenon gas inside or whatever, what makes it look green. I'm not sure. This thing is making a faint buzzing sound, but it's not too bad. And oh, it looks sort of white now. I don't know why it looked so green before. But it's very white. It's gonna be much whiter than these were. You can see the other one right here looks yellow. It's bright, but it looks yellow. But this, when it's installed very shortly, should hopefully be very white. All right, some expert advice. Don't turn it on while this thing is still on because it melted it a little bit. This thing gets very, very hot. So don't turn them on. Don't test them with this little thing on for more than a couple seconds because it melted pretty quick. And you guys saw how long that was on for. Not very long, but it did melt this. So don't do that. Don't make my mistake. Luckily, it's all good, so we have no issues. But just don't do it. Alright guys, for the most part, it's sort of done. This rubber thing is really a pain. But because the plug here is separate from the bulb, unlike a halogen, this, I'm trying to get the camera angle, this is kind of wiggly. So this kind of moves around. Let me get this to focus. There we go. It moves around because that spring right there, that metal wire, is not pressing up against the base of the bulb down here because it's not part of the same assembly like the halogen is. So it does kind of wiggle, and I want to figure out a way how to mount it and keep it from wiggling because obviously I want it to be steady. Just plugged it in, turn on the lights. Oh, it looks green. No. Camera's not picking it up at all. We got a green headlight. But to me it is very white. It is very bright. Oh, I guess it's starting to turn whiter maybe. No, I guess not. It looks green, but in person, I can promise you, it's white. Very white. You can see the brightness difference here, even though it is green compared to the old one, which is nice. But I have to make sure the aiming's correct because I don't think it is. So I gotta figure a way how to push that spring wire up against it.
The next day.
Alright guys, day 3 of this build, and day 3 is story day. So what happened was it was extremely difficult getting this all hooked up. So what I did was I went home, got some help from my dad, got these things installed. I know, oh, he couldn't even do it by himself. Whatever, it's weird. The bulb, I showed you guys, it just doesn't fit on its own. So it was really pretty odd. So we got those installed. So I don't really have too much footage. We can look. You can see it's here. This little green wire is an adjustment wire that we use to keep the bulb up and down. There's the ballast inside here next to the battery. The other side has that cover over it. But we ended up using a little tiny washer and put that over the circular part of the bulb that did not fit in. And so what that did was it kept the pressure of the... Hey, how are you? Good. So that kept the pressure of the spring on the actual bulb. So that kept it in the socket nice and strong, nice and sturdy. So let me turn it on, let me show you guys what it looks like. I don't know if it'll be green or not. It very well might be green, so we'll see. Yep, it's green. But they have to warm up a little bit first. Very, very bright compared to the old fog lights here. It's starting to turn a little bit whiter. In person, as I said before, it's extremely white. Looks really good, actually. And it displays a perfect white color on the ground as well. I'll have some footage of that at the end of the video. But you can see here, much brighter than the stock. We had that other daytime view. And I'll get some nighttime angles of this in the video before we get the actual footage of the point of view on the road. But successful. So it is possible for sure to install a DIY Kensun HID kit in the Celica, despite the plug not being on the back of the actual light. But it can work, so yeah. I will throw up some footage of nighttime, as well as point of view drives on the road, how it disperses compared to the old one as well. So watch out for that. You can see my headlight distribution right now. This is the stock halogens. My headlight distribution on this awful, horrible, bumpy road. There's a couple street lights, but they're not doing too much. But you can sort of see the headlights from here. There is someone behind me, but I don't think they're really affecting the headlights too much. And the camera, of course, isn't picking it up as good as it could. But sort of just comparison right here. The stock headlights, yeah, you can get the person behind me. Alright, so here's some highway driving with the new HIDs installed, but as you can see, the light distribution is much more. There are some street lamps right here. I'll try to record again where there's no street lamps, but as it is right now, it is much brighter. The distribution on the ground is a little bit more evident because of the new bulbs. Alright, so no street lamps in this section of the highway, not the highway, just kind of a two-lane kind of main road. But you can see, even without street lamps, very nice light distribution. I'm about to turn onto a back road as well. I'll show you guys there too. Oh, of course this guy's headlights are in the way. I'm gonna go really slow so we can go by and I can still be on this road. But we are on that same back road that I just recorded the last, the halogen test. But as you can see, very much improved over the halogen lights. Oh my god, this guy too. Alright, no more cars, big hill here, but you can see much improved. I don't know if it's focused, it's not really that focused. We're coming to this stop sign, we'll see how good and reflected the stop sign is compared to the other headlights. There we are, not horribly out of focus, I apologize, but that was it. Much better visibility for sure.